In this lesson, we're going to solve binomial proportions. All right, example 1, how do I solve proportions using the cross products property? All right, number 1, we have 4 all over a is equal to 24 all over 30. And remember, using that property, what we can do is we can multiply across and put the equal sign back in between in order to solve. And so I'm going to take the 24 times a, and I'll get 24a. And then I'll take the 4 times the 30 and I'll get 120. All right, so now we're just going to solve these just like we do any other equations. That 24 is multiplying the a's, so we will divide by 24 on both sides. And 120 divided by 24, a is equal to 5. All right, number 2, we have 10 all over 45 is equal to v all over 27. And again, we're going to apply that cross products property. I'll multiply 45 times v. I'll have 45v. That's going to be equal to 27 times 10 is 270. All right, now to get that v all by itself, I will divide by 45. And v will be equal to 6. All right, and question number 3, this one's a little bit different than the ones you've done. The ones that we've solved using the cross product property just had one variable, or it had just a 1 with the variable. For these, notice you have a number with that variable, but we're going to solve them just the same. I'm simply just going to take 6m times 44, and then I'll take 72 times 11, and so 6 times 44, I get 264, so I'll have 264m, all right, and then now I'm going to multiply the 11 times 72, and I'll get 720 or 792, and then I'm just going to divide by 264, and m is equal to 3. All right, number 4, we have 3 all over x is equal to 2 all over x minus 6. All right, again, we're going to solve this using the cross products property. So we're going to take our 2 times our x, and I would end up with 2x. And now notice what I have here. I have 3 times x minus 6. Now, when it's on the bottom like that as a fraction, it's almost like you've got this parentheses right around this x minus 6. So when we write that over here on the other side of the equal sign, I need to have a parentheses around that x minus 6, because it's not just 3 times the x. It's 3 times x minus 6. So you have to multiply that entire quantity. Now notice we've got this equation with variables on both sides, and notice how we have to simplify before we can move anything from side to side. So I'm going to start by multiplying and taking 3 times x, we'll get 3x. And then I'm going to take 3 times negative 6, and I'll get negative 18. And now I'll just rewrite my 2x here. All right, so now if you've got the variables on both sides, you need to combine those variables first. Now, I'm not going to want to subtract that 2x. Usually it doesn't matter, but in this case, if I subtracted that 2x, I would have everything on this side of the equation, and I don't want that. We need all the variables on one side and all the numbers without the variables on the other side. So I'm going to take 2 minus 3x. I'll get negative 1x is equal to negative 18. And now that negative 1 is multiplying, so I'm going to divide by negative 1, and x is going to be equal to positive 18. All right, let's try another one. Number 5. 6 all over 4 plus 2w is equal to negative 2 all over w minus 10. All right, again, we're going to do the cross products property. And now remember that both of these have got parentheses around them. So I'm going to have my negative 2 times 4 plus 2w. All right, now I've written that side. Now I have to do this side over here, and I have to write 6 times w minus 10. All right, so before we can move anything from side to side, I need to simplify on both sides here. So I'm going to distribute of -8, whoops, that's a minus 4w, and is equal to 6w minus 60. All right, so now that I've simplified, notice how we have variables on both sides. And so I need to combine them first. I'm going to add the 4w. I could certainly minus the 6w, but I think it's just easier if I keep them positive when I can. It won't happen every time, but all right, so those canceled out, and I have a -8 is equal to 10w minus 60. All right, so now we need to combine the numbers without the variables. So I'm going to undo by adding 60, and I'll have 52 is equal to 10w. All right, now all I need to do is to divide, and w is going to be equal to 5.2. All right, in our last one, we have 8 divided by 16, or 8 all over 16 is equal to x plus 4 all over 45. All right, so we're going to use cross products property again. So I'm going to have 15 times, remember that's got the parentheses around it, x plus 4 is equal to, then we can take 8 times 45, and you will get 360. All right, so now notice I need to simplify by distributing here. So I'll have 15x, and then 15 times 4 gives us 60, plus 60 is equal to 360. All right. Now this one, notice how I have all the variables already on one side. So now I need to have all my numbers on the other side. So I'm going to minus my 60 to undo it. Okay, and now I need to just divide by 15 on both sides. And I will have x is equal to 20. So in this lesson, we learned how to solve binomial proportions by using the cross products property.